many of you may feel like you are a little bit behind and you just want more, but you feel like you haven't had that lucky breaks. I'm making this video because I feel like many of us share similar feelings. Somehow in many cultures, if you want more out of life, it is deemed to be a negative feeling, like you're greedy and you're not grateful with what you have. But I beg to differ, because although being grateful is also very important, I don't feel that there is anything wrong with wanting more, wanting to be better, wanting a better life. And if you're new and wondering, who am I to even talk about this topic? This was the house that I grew up in. And just from that, I don't think I need to elaborate the lack of wealth or fortune in the environment that I was growing up in. And since a young age, I always knew that I wanted more out of life. And sometimes I think to myself, I shouldn't be here, because even though there were so many things that were going against me, I was still broke and lost and unsettled when I entered my 30s. Somehow in the period of 8 years, I have been able to do pretty well for myself. Now, I'm not saying I'm some sort of millionaire or anything like that, but I've lived in a few different countries, happily married, I have a house in London, and I am now running a pretty successful business in the US. I have a sizable YouTube channel, so in the grand scheme of things, I don't think I'm doing too bad. Many times when people look at me, they think that I have been able to acquire all of this because I've got lucky. In fact, many of us, when we look at other people who does better in life, of course, there is a part in us that recognizes that they worked hard for it. But there is also some part in us that think that they got to where they got because they were lucky. And we could only wish that we were as lucky as they were. And of course, luck plays a part, and when I look back at my journey, I have been pretty lucky, but it's not the type of luck that you think it is. The first type of luck is the kind of luck that we think what luck is in most cases, and that is blind luck, where you just get lucky for no reason. Things like fortune, fate. This kind of luck is not something that you can create yourself, but you just have to wait for it to find you. But if you want more out of life, you can't just sit around and wait for this luck to happen. The second kind of luck is being good at spotting luck or spotting good opportunities. If you're good or experienced in one field of work, you are better equipped to spot good opportunities when it arises, hence you become lucky. And this is the kind of luck that I am currently training myself to be better at, spotting good business opportunities, ones that maybe other people haven't come across or other people hasn't seen or recognized that it could be a good opportunity. If anything, this is how I actually opened my second physical location for my business. If you are new to the channel, I own dog grooming salons, and I bought my first one 7 months ago, and I bought my second one just a month ago. And the only reason that I ever came across this second location was through networking, where I found that the owner was struggling with her shop, and I thought I would throw in the question whether she wanted to sell it to me, because I think it's in a good location, but the problem that the business hasn't done really well because she doesn't know how to run it as a business. I'd like to take a moment and thank the sponsor of the video today, Squarespace. When I entered my solopreneur era, I knew that the first thing that I needed was a good website. And back then, I think it was 2022, the platform that I used for my first website was Squarespace, because it just made sense. It's simple to set up, it's intuitive, and if you're like me, someone who isn't so technical, but you need a good looking, reliable website, I highly recommend Squarespace. They are now also introducing Design Intelligence, a powerful tool that combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise and cutting-edge AI technology. This feature will help you unlock your creative potential so you can build a beautiful, personalized website that is catered to your unique needs. Head to squarespace.com/reinventingpoppy to save 10% off, and thank
thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
Now, the third kind of luck is being lucky through persistence. And this is the kind of luck that I think very overlooked, but so important. It is the kind of luck that created through persistence, hard work, and taking actions. This is where you running around creating something out of nothing and hope that you create enough energy or force for things to happen, for luck to find you. The best example that I could give when it comes to my own lucky journey is my YouTube journey. I have now been YouTube for the past 4 years, and in the first 3 years it was such a struggle. My first YouTube channel was not successful, but I kept going at it. I kept learning, I kept posting, and all those actions and persistence has brought me to where I am now with my YouTube journey, where I'm pretty sure some of you, when you look at my channel, you may think that, you know, it happens overnight, but that's not the case. This kind of luck is something that can be created, and it can be created by you yourself. And this is exactly the kind of luck that I feel that I have been blessed and lucky with. But from the outside, people might just think that I've just been lucky. But on another hand, I've only been lucky because I have been persistent, because I have put enough actions and motions and energy into the things that I do. And I would even go so far as saying that for many people, the reason that they become successful or getting what they want is because they have created their own luck. They put themselves in the situations or meeting the kind of people that opportunities can happen and can be created. And the main reason that I'm talking about all this luck in this video is because it's the end of the year and I've done some reflection, and I know that many of you may feel like you are a little bit behind and you just want more, but you feel like you haven't had that lucky breaks. I want this video to be a reminder that you can create your own luck. You can create your own version of being lucky. And I hope this video and all the examples that I have given you some hope and some examples that it is very much possible. I was reading one of the very first video that I posted on this channel, and the feeling that I have got from a lot of the comments was that whatever people are going through, that's just the way things are, and there is nothing else they can do to change the situation. And if that's the stories that we are telling ourselves, we are never ever gonna get out of the situation that we are in. So be careful of the stories that you are telling yourself. One of the main reasons why we settle for less than what we actually deserve is due to us telling ourselves stories that are untrue. Maybe you're telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not talented enough, you're not lucky enough, people like me don't get opportunities. And it's so hard because many of us, myself included, are naturally geared towards negativity, and therefore many times we tend to think about things, about other people, and also about ourselves negatively. But it is something that I have to really sit down and work hard on. Every single day when I catch myself tell myself negative stories or about myself, I try to recognize what I'm doing and change the language to positive language instead. And yes, some of these stories might be true. Maybe you're really not talented enough, or maybe you're really not skilled enough, but every single person that you have admired has started somewhere with their own doubts, their own insecurities. I started YouTube being very shy. I had my own doubts, my own insecurities. I didn't know how to be on camera.
Hi, my name is Poppy. I have been living in London since May 2017, and today I would like to share with you the updated cost of living in this incredible city. Whether you are someone who's looking to move here for work, for study, or someone who's just wanting to travel here.
I had 0 subscribers. The difference is these people who you admire or find successful, regardless of their doubts, insecurities, and fear, they acted anyway. They stop settling for the narrative that didn't suit them and they rewrite their own stories, and you can do that too. And let's not forget that there is also a cost to settling for less, to being complacent, because I experienced it myself. I spent a decade in corporate, jumping from one job to another, hoping that I would enjoy one of them, and I ended up being miserable in all of them. And that was just costly, not just in terms of time, but also effort and the loss of other opportunities that I turned down. Robert Einstein once said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I just couldn't agree more. So as the year end is approaching, if you are looking for a sign to do something different so that you can get a different results next year, this is it. Start small, doing small things in order to create opportunities for yourself. If you want a new career, start by updating your resume. Start small, start networking. If you want to get in a better health, start by just going for a walk. The goal shouldn't be to transform overnight, but to build momentum to create that lucky breaks. And please share all your actions in the comments. I would love to know what you are doing in order to create your own opportunities. If this video has inspired you, like it, subscribe, share it with people that you think needs to hear the message. This is probably going to be my last video for this year, so I wish everyone a very happy holidays. I'll see you in the next year.